Welcome to our 20-second Wonderspace journey that orbits around wonder and stories of hopefulness. This week, our journey will take us from Tanzania to Afghanistan, and to experience these views with us in this ultimate window seat, we welcome Kanini Mutooni, who is the Managing Director of the DRK Foundation, which is a venture philanthropy organisation supporting early-stage social enterprises. Kanini is also an advisor for a global action network of impact investors called Tonic, and is the board chair of the Global Innovation Fund, which focuses on investing for people living on $5 a day and below. The full-length interview with Kanini can be found on the Wonderspace Podcast, which you can find on most podcast platforms. For this shortened video orbit, Kanini answers 3 of our 6 questions and starts by giving us a short glimpse into her life story so far.
I would probably say this is one of the most difficult years in my life, especially because of COVID. But at the same time, I have this feeling that this is exactly where I need to be and where I want to be in many ways, and I'll explain why. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I am in Africa, in Kenya, and my sole purpose, my time is spent investing capital in early stage social entrepreneurs who are basically trying to change the state of the world. So these are young people, young Africans who are spending their time trying to make the world a better place. And I have this incredible opportunity to deploy capital to them and help them in building their organizations, helping them scale, helping them select teams that will see them through all kinds of challenges, and at the same time just see them grow as human beings throughout the period of time that we're investing in them. So I really think that I am so fortunate and so blessed to be able to do this work for a living and just be a part of people who are trying to change the world and not just accepting it for what it is, but really making an effort to change it. So that's what I'm doing currently. That's my life story right now. On top of that, I am also a mother of 3 wonderful children. In the last couple of months, I've seen myself shift from being a working mom to being a working mom who's teaching and cooking and coaching and being the emotional cushion, if you like, for my children during this COVID period as they stay home, for homeschooling. So again, I would say this has been another pivotal moment in terms of just really learning what patience is, what it means to deal with uncertainty, what it means to do something that you were never trained to do. I was never trained to be a teacher, but I have had to do it every single day for the last few months. So I think this is going to be a really significant part of my life story, and it's probably something I will tell my grandchildren. And it's building me as a human being. It's building me as an investor. It's building me as a mother. It's building me as a sister, as a daughter. It's just really building me as a human being overall. So I think those 2 things in my life right now, I would say, are pivotal, and they're going to shape who I end up being in the future. I think just to finish, Steve, one thing I would say is my journey continues. My life is still a work in progress. I will never get to the point where I would say my journey has ended. But I would again just say that I'm so excited with where my life is right now and who I'm becoming. My story of hopefulness right now would be one organization that is based in Ghana that is focused on helping informal workers, and informal workers are those who do not have a fixed wage, do not have a pension, do not have savings, who are unbanked, helping those informal workers who are about 70% of the African population with creating a savings pot for their retirement. And the reason why this gives me so much hope is that this is not a profitable business at all. It really is a mission filled with passion. It's a very difficult mission. It is a very challenging thing to do, and it's something that people don't focus in because it's just not sexy. So I think when I see this organization, it's called People's Pension Trust Ghana, pushing through with this mission and really finding a way for Africa's workers to have a pension, for me, it just brings me so much hope. And on top of that, this organization's founder, who I met at the beginning of March, unfortunately caught COVID and died in the middle of building this organization. And that was a really profound loss, not just for the organization, but for the world and for this space. And many people thought that the mission would die with him. His name was Samuel, but it was completely wrong. Samuel's passion, his mission has remained active, and since he passed away, we've had about 30,000 more savers come into this organization and put their money aside, whether it's $1 a day, $2, 50 cents towards their pension. So the mission still lives. I think that's the ultimate test of a mission and a passion, that when the founder is no longer there, the work continues unabated. The insight or wisdom I'd like to share is I realize how very small we all are in our spaces. We are really small when you look at the size of the rest of the world. But the wisdom of that is no matter how small we are, we truly can make a difference wherever we are. Whatever small action, whatever small act of kindness, whatever small thought that we have, that can really be amplified in the rest of the world. And it's such a beautiful vision to see here on the screen, that one action, one small act can really amplify and change the world. Never forget that.
More information about the work of Kanini can be found at drkfoundation.org and tonic.com. Information about Kanini's story of hopefulness can be found at peoplespensiontrust.com. To join the Wonderspace community and share your own wonders and stories of hopefulness, or to listen to the previous 21 interviews, the website is ourwonder.space. I want to thank Kanini for joining us on this Wonderspace, and I hope you can join us next week for more wonders and stories of hopefulness.